YouTubers, Crazy Beauty here, and today I'm going to bring you all a special sneak peek of MAC's MAC Me Over collection. MAC Me Over is actually the newest launch from MAC Cosmetics. It launches officially on August 25th. And it's basically a huge collection with everything from eyeshadows to lip glosses to lipsticks and everything in between. The collection is going to, or rather the faces of the collection are going to be people just like you and I who answered MAC's casting call by answering the question, MAC Me Over because. And so all the campaign images and everything, if you Google search them, you'll find those. What I'm going to bring you is a look at the products and some swatches because I already photographed everything. MAC was kind enough to send me these products, so I just want to share all of them with you. First up, we're going to look at the Lady Grey quad, and that's right here. And Lady Grey has 4 colors. They're all fairly neutral. Let's open that up right here. We have All Races, a matte, Tender Smoke, Lady Grey, satin, and Hazy Day, a Volux pearl. Tender Smoke, by the way, is actually a frost. And swatching them for you very quickly. Here are all 4 of the shades. As you can see, they're all fairly neutral. And let's put them on my hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now this is just kind of like a general look. I'll have much better swatches for all of you guys on the site on crazybeauty.com, which will be linked down below in the sidebar. Personally, I thought the quad is a little bit mild for my taste. I would have liked to see some more peppy, poppy colors. The finishes are pretty decent, with the Volux Pearl obviously being the best. All in all, I think it's a great quad if you're into neutrals. And I'm kind of not. I like bright colors. Next up we have Blush Equilibrium, which is a satin. And Equilibrium is kind of like a soft brown. As you can see, like most satins, it has that slight sheen to it. And I almost feel like this would be a good soft contour color because when you actually swatch it, it ends up looking very, very soft. And here it is. That's Equilibrium. Next up we have the cream color bases, and for those who aren't familiar, cream color bases can be used on cheeks, eyes, lips. It's kind of like a multi-purpose cream product. This shade right here is actually called Seaside, and you can kind of see when I angle it a little bit. It's kind of like a apricot with a little bit of gold in it. It's a really pretty color, I think, for the cheeks and for the lips. It's got a little bit of beige in it as well. And there we go, that's Seaside. Now, one of my favorite products actually are the fluid lines. I love the fluid line gel liners. I think they're great. I have 3 of them to show you. They're right here. First one up, Midnight Blues, which is right there. And it's just like a really rich blue. It's got a very soft sparkle to it. I accidentally nicked it with my nail, which kind of sucks. But here we go. As I said, it's just like a very dark, inky blue. Looks a little bit green here on my hand, but I assure you all it's dark blue. Then we have Dark Envy, and Dark Envy is green. It's like an emerald green. Right there. And let me swatch it very quickly. It's so hard to swatch fluid lines with your fingers, guys. Don't try this at home. There's Dark Envy, right there in the middle. And they're obviously, when you use them as a liner, going to come out much darker than with me just gunking it up with my fingers. And then we have the last one I have to show you, Dark Diversion, which is kind of like a deep burgundy plum color. It's kind of hard to see, but you guys get the idea, right? Okay, let's see. It kind of looks like a bruise color. It's really cool. And there we go. Those are the 3 fluid lines, which somehow look like shadows when I swatch them. Moving on, we have the nail lacquers, and there's the 3 cream nail lacquers that I have to show you here. Quiet Time, which is your bone nude color, beige-ish. Purple Majesty, which is labeled, I mean it's called purple obviously, but it's more like a dark burgundy. It has more burgundy in it, I think, than purple. At least not the way I think of purple. And here's Deep Sea, which is actually a deep dark green color. A little bit of blue in it, mostly green. Eyeshadows. I have 4 of them to show all of you. And the first one right here is Mythical, which is a Volux Pearl. And that's kind of like a coppery rose color. It's kind of metallic, and I hate swatching these things with my fingers because I feel like I gunk them up. But it looks kind of like that. And it's swatched is right there. And it really, the swatch on my hand does not do it justice, guys. It's a lot more intense than that. But moving on. Next shade we have here is Satin Taupe, which is actually part of the permanent collection. And it is a Frost. And there it is. And it's just your traditional taupey, light brown kind of color. Pretty unremarkable, I think. There it is swatched. Right there. I think I actually bought Satin Taupe years ago. Not sure if I use it still. Might be somewhere in the bottom of my collection. Next up we have Outre with an accent on the E, and it's kind of a soft camel color. It's a matte, so you're going to get the traditional matte performance on it. It's right there. You can barely see it, but it swatches matte, and payoff's okay. Not the best. It's right there. That color right there. And that's Outre. And then last but not least, Carbonized, which is a Volux Pearl. My favorite. And Carbonized is just like a really dark brown. And this one swatches really well out of all of them. Or the best out of all of them. And there it is. That's that last shade right there. Next up, Shade Sticks. And Shade Sticks were obviously part of the permanent collection for a while, and then they discontinued a lot of them. And they release them every so often with new collections. This one sees the release of a lot of the old Shade Sticks, or at least the ones that came out with the... Goodness, I can't remember the name of the collection, but it was one that revolved around baked goods. So we have the return of Butternutty. And Butternutty is kind of like a soft pinky beige color, and it swatches exactly that way right there. And for those who don't know or who aren't familiar with Shade Sticks, they are meant to be used as an eyeshadow base. You can also use them as a highlighter, and some of them as a liner. Next up, Cake Shop, another repromote. And Cake Shop is kind of like a pistachio green color, and this one's got a lot of glitter in it, which some people love and some people are going to hate. Me, I kind of fall in the middle, depending. I find that the ones with glitter don't tend to adhere as well. Maybe that's just me. Not huge on glitter. A little bit of glitter is okay, but not a lot. Next up, Heirloom, and I think this is a new shade, don't quote me on that. But Heirloom here is kind of like a soft, beigey kind of color. And this one I'm going to swatch right here. And it's right there. Well, it's kind of like more like a rose, I guess. Right there. And last but not least, my favorite out of the bunch, Street Cool. And Street Cool is also the darkest one that I have. It's kind of like a dark brown color. And one thing you'll notice in this collection in general is that a lot of the colors are very wearable, very everyday, work friendly. There's the Street Cool right there. But if you're a fan of more wearable looks, you'll definitely get it with this collection. Next up we have the lip glasses, and I have 5 of those to show you. And here they are. And you'll notice something here. There are no bright colors in the bunch. They're all nudes, or different versions of nude. First up, Illicit. And Illicit is a pale pinky color. Right there. lip gloss is rolling all over my table. There you go, that's illicit. And there's a swatch right there. That's illicit. Bit of peachy orange color. Next up, Socialite. 2 words. And Socialite is very pretty. It's got a lot of depth to it. And let's swatch it. Got a lot of glitter and sparkle also, as you can see here. Socialite. Haha. Curvaceous. No, Curvaceous. Whoops. Sorry. Curvaceous is a soft mauve. Not much glitter to it. That shade up here. It's Curvaceous. Wee Coquette, which is actually one of my favorite shades. It's very, very pale nude pink. And there it is. And there's a swatch. And last but not least, love the name, Spite. And Spite's the darkest out of the bunch that I have, and it's kind of like a brown, like a caramel color. And swatch it right there. That's Spite. And the last thing that I have to show all of you are the lipsticks. I have 3 of those. 2 are satin, and the last one is a luster. The luster is actually the shade that I'm wearing on my lips right now, and it's called Secret Lover. And there it is. And it's a very pale pink with pink glitter. And it's so hard to show up because it is a luster, but it's right there. Right there. And that's what that looks like. Then I have Rebel. And Rebel is a dark, like a really dark magenta pink color. And it is a satin, so you're going to get the traditional satin finish off of that. Actually, it's more like a berry, I guess. That's Rebel. And the last shade that I have to show you is Runaway Red. Also a satin. As the name implies, it's dark red, like a brick. And although on the lips it's a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter than brick. I still call it brick for most. And those are the 3 lipsticks. And that is it. That's all I have to show you guys from Mac Me Over. As always, hope you guys enjoyed it. I will have full swatches and photos on the site down below, crazybeauty.com. As always, thanks for watching. Bye.